Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, your host from No More, and I am so excited you're here today. We have an incredible show for you, really. We're talking about something super important, but we're also talking about something super fun. I'm talking about prizes. That's right. Here at No More Daily, we're not just a channel, we're a community, a family, and we love giving back to you guys. It's like a daily party, and you're all invited. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button, and you're automatically entered to win some amazing prizes. I'm talking gift cards, cool tech, maybe even a giant inflatable T-Rex costume. You never know. But first, we've got a topic that's a little serious, but stick with me because it's something we all need to hear. We're diving into 20 shocking self-harm habits that you might not even realize you're doing. These aren't the things you typically think of. They're the sneaky little habits that creep into our daily lives and can cause some real damage over time. It's wild when you think about it. We're going to break them down one by one and figure out how to kick them to the curb. Think of it as a little tune-up for your life, getting rid of the squeaks and rattles you didn't even know were there. So, get comfortable, maybe grab a notebook, because you're going to want to take some notes. And remember, while we get into the nitty-gritty, subscribing to No More Daily isn't just about getting smarter and healthier, it's your ticket to winning. We pull winners all the time, and the next one could be you. It's that easy. So, click subscribe, ring that bell, and let's get into it. Are you ready? I'm ready, let's do this. Alright, first up on our list, let's talk about something we've all done. I know I have. Pulling an all-nighter, binging a show until 3 a.m., or just scrolling on your phone when you know you should be asleep. I'm talking about poor sleep habits. It feels harmless, right? What's one late night? But when it becomes a pattern, it's like you're running your body's battery down to zero every single day, and only charging it back up to like 20%. It's just not sustainable, people. Your body does all its important repair work while you're sleeping. It's like the night crew at a big department store, cleaning everything up and restocking the shelves for the next day. When you don't get enough sleep or your sleep schedule is all over the place, sleeping in on weekends, staying up late on weeknights, you're basically telling that night crew, hey, take the night off, but the mess is still there. This can mess with everything. I mean everything. Your mood gets cranky, you can't focus, your immune system gets weaker, making you more likely to catch that cold that's going around the office. It's a domino effect. You start making poor food choices because you're tired, you skip the gym. See where I'm going with this? It's a slippery, sleepy slope, and over the long term, it gets even scarier. Chronic lack of sleep is linked to some serious health problems like heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Think about it. You wouldn't drive your car across the country without ever changing the oil, right? That's what you're doing to your body when you consistently skip out on good sleep. It's one of the most fundamental things we can do for our health, and so many of us treat it like an optional luxury. It's not, it's essential. So, let's make a pact to start respecting our bedtimes. Okay, next one, this is for everyone watching this at a desk right now. Yeah, you, I see you. We're talking about sitting for long periods. They're calling it the new smoking, and honestly that's terrifying. Think about your day. You sit for breakfast, you sit in the car, or on the train to work, you sit at your desk for 8 hours, you sit on the way home, and then you sit on the couch to watch TV. We are a society of professional sitters, and our bodies were just not designed for it. Our ancestors were out there, walking, running, hunting, not clicking next episode. All this sitting does some really nasty stuff. It slows down your metabolism, which can lead to weight gain. It weakens your muscles, especially your glutes and your core, which can lead to back pain and that terrible posture we'll talk about later. It also impacts your circulation. Your blood flow gets sluggish, which isn't good for your heart or your legs. It's like a river that's been dammed up. Things just don't flow the way they're supposed to. And you might feel fine now, but this is a slow, creeping kind of damage that adds up over years. So what do? We can't all just quit our desk jobs and become forest rangers, although that does sound kind of nice. The key is to break it up. The science says you should try to get up and move for a few minutes every single hour. Set a timer on your phone or your watch. Get up, stretch, walk to the kitchen for some water, do a few jumping jacks, have a dance party for one in your cubicle. I don't care what it is, just get that blood moving. It's a small change that can make a huge difference in fighting the sitting disease. This next one is connected to the last one, but it's a beast all on its own. I'm talking about excessive screen time. Our phones, our tablets, our computers, our TVs. We are glued to these glowing rectangles. And look, I get it. They're amazing. You can talk to anyone in the world, watch any movie ever made, learn how to build a canoe. It's incredible. But our eyes and our brains are paying a price. First, let's talk about your eyes. Ever hear of digital eye strain? It's that tired, achy, blurry feeling you get after staring at a screen for too long. It can even cause headaches. But it's not just your eyes. All that blue light from screens, especially at night, messes with your body's ability to produce melatonin, the hormone that tells you it's time to sleep. So your screen time habit is probably making your bad sleep habit even worse. See how these things are all connected? It's a conspiracy. And then there's the mental health aspect, constantly scrolling through social media, comparing your life to everyone else's highlight reel. That can be a real downer. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and a serious case of FOMO, fear of missing out. And physically? Well, when you're staring at a screen, you're usually sitting or lying down, which brings us right back to the dangers of being sedentary. It's a triple threat. It hurts your eyes, messes with your mind, and keeps you on the couch. The solution is to be intentional. Schedule screen-free time. Put your phone in another room an hour before bed. Use the 20-20-20 rule every 20 minutes. Look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Give your eyes and your brain a break from the digital world. It's still going to be there when you get back, I promise. Okay, you wake up, you're running late, you grab your keys, your phone, maybe a quick sip of coffee, and you're out the door. What did you forget? Breakfast. So many of us skip what people have been calling the most important meal of the day for forever. And it turns out they might have been onto something. Skipping breakfast is a habit that can really throw your whole day, and your body, out of whack. Think of your body like a car. After a long night of sleep, your fuel tank is on empty. Breakfast is the gasoline you need to get started. When you skip that morning meal, you're essentially running on fumes. Your blood sugar levels can drop, which is why you might feel sluggish, irritable, or hangry, as the kids say. I get hangry, it's not pretty. This can make it incredibly hard to concentrate at work or school. You're trying to solve a problem, but your brain is just screaming, "Feed me." It also sets you up for failure later in the day. You're more likely to overeat at lunch or grab unhealthy, sugary snacks in the afternoon to compensate for that morning energy deficit. Over time, this pattern can seriously mess with your metabolism. Your body might go into a kind of starvation mode, slowing down your metabolism to conserve energy because it doesn't know when its next meal is coming. This can actually lead to weight gain, ironically enough. So even if it's something small, a piece of fruit, a yogurt, a handful of nuts, a slice of toast, try to get something in your system within an hour or two of waking up. It kickstarts your engine and sets a much better tone for the rest of your day. Don't bail on breakfast. This one is so simple, so basic, that we forget about it all the time. I'm talking about not drinking enough water. Water, the stuff that makes up, 60% of our bodies? It's kind of a big deal. We need it for literally everything. Digestion, circulation, temperature regulation, brain function, you name it, water is involved. Yet so many of us walk around in a constant state of mild dehydration. We're reaching for coffee, for soda, for energy drinks, but we're forgetting about good old H2O. It's like trying to water your plants with soda. It just doesn't work. How do you know if you're dehydrated? Well, if you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated, but there are other signs too. Feeling tired or foggy could be dehydration. Headaches, that's a classic one. Feeling dizzy or lightheaded? Drink some water. Even bad moods can be linked to not having enough water in your system. Your brain needs water to function at its best, and when it doesn't have enough, things start to go a little haywire. You can't think clearly, you can't focus. It's the easiest productivity hack in the world, just drink a glass of water. And the long-term effects of chronic dehydration are no joke. It can contribute to kidney stones, urinary tract infections, and constipation. It can also make your skin look dull and dry. Want that healthy glow? It starts from the inside with proper hydration. So how do you fix it? Get a reusable water bottle and keep it with you all day. Make it your new best friend. Set reminders on your phone if you have to. Try infusing your water with fruit like lemon or cucumber to make it more exciting. Just find a way to make drinking water a regular, non-negotiable part of your day. Your body will thank you for it. Okay, let's talk about something that's probably in your medicine cabinet right now. You get a headache, you pop a pill, your back aches, you pop a pill. It's easy, it's convenient, and it works. I'm talking about overusing over-the-counter painkillers, things like ibuprofen or acetaminophen. Now don't get me wrong, these medications are amazing when you really need them. They're a modern marvel. But when you need them is the key phrase. Many of us have fallen into the habit of reaching for them for every minor ache and pain without a second thought. The problem is, when every now and then becomes every day, you can be heading for trouble. Your body isn't designed to process these drugs constantly. Overusing NSAIDs like ibuprofen can be really tough on your stomach lining and can lead to ulcers or internal bleeding. It can also be hard on your kidneys over the long haul. And taking too much acetaminophen is famously damaging to your liver. These aren't just rare side effects, they are real risks that increase with frequent long-term use. It's a classic case of too much of a good thing becoming a bad thing. So, what's the alternative? It's about getting to the root of the problem instead of just masking the symptom. If you have chronic headaches, maybe it's dehydration or eye strain or stress. If your back always hurts, maybe it's your posture or your old mattress. Instead of reaching for the bottle first, ask yourself why you're in pain. Explore other options like stretching, heat packs, ice, or mindfulness techniques. And if you're in pain frequently, please talk to your doctor. Don't just self-medicate indefinitely. Painkillers are a temporary fix, not a long-term solution. This next habit is a big one. It's invisible, it's silent, but it can be one of the most damaging things on this entire list. I'm talking about ignoring your mental health. We live in this hustle culture where we're told to just push through, to be strong, to not complain. If we feel stressed, anxious, or down, we often just hit the mute button on those feelings and try to power through the day. We treat our mental health like it's separate from our physical health, like it's some kind of optional add-on. But that's so wrong. Your mind and your body are completely connected. When you ignore chronic stress, anxiety, or depression, you're not just feeling bad emotionally. Those feelings manifest physically. Chronic stress floods your body with cortisol, the stress hormone, which can lead to a whole host of problems: high blood pressure, a weakened immune system, digestive issues, sleep problems. Sound familiar? It's because it's all linked. Ignoring your mental health is like ignoring the check engine light in your car. You can keep driving for a while, but eventually, something is going to break down, and it's going to be a much bigger problem than if you just addressed it in the first place. So, please, listen to your mind. Acknowledge your feelings. It's okay not to be okay. Talk to someone, a friend, a family member, a therapist. There is so much strength in asking for help. Practice mindfulness, meditation, or journaling. Find healthy outlets for your stress, like exercise or a hobby you love. Taking care of your mental well-being isn't selfish, it's essential maintenance. It's the foundation upon which all your other healthy habits are built. Don't hit mute on your mental health. Turn up the volume and listen to what it needs. Let's move into the kitchen for this next one. Think about your last trip to the grocery store. How much of what you bought came in a box, a bag, or a can? I'm talking about processed foods. Chips, cookies, frozen dinners, sugary cereals, instant noodles. They're convenient, they're designed to taste amazing, and they are everywhere. It's so easy to fall into the trap of relying on them. But a diet high in ultra-processed foods is one of the sneakiest ways we harm our bodies over time. These foods are often stripped of their natural nutrients, like fiber and vitamins. What they lack in good stuff, they make up for with bad stuff. They're typically loaded with sugar, unhealthy fats, and sodium. Way more than you would ever add if you were cooking from scratch. This combination is a recipe for disaster. It can lead to weight gain, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease. These foods are scientifically engineered to make you want more of them, overriding your body's natural signals that you're full. It's a vicious cycle of craving and crashing. The goal isn't to be perfect. Nobody is expecting you to swear off pizza forever. I mean, come on, pizza is amazing. The key is balance and awareness. Try to follow the simple rule of eat real food. Focus on things that don't have a long list of ingredients you can't pronounce. Fill your cart with fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Try cooking one more meal from scratch each week than you do now. Small changes add up. Swapping out that bag of chips for an apple or that frozen dinner for a simple homemade stir-fry can make a world of difference for your long-term health. Okay, this one is probably not a shock to anyone, but we have to talk about it because it's so incredibly dangerous. Smoking or vaping. For decades, we've known about the devastating effects of smoking cigarettes. We've seen the warning labels, we've heard the stories. It's the leading cause of preventable death in the world. It damages nearly every organ in your body, causes multiple types of cancer, and dramatically increases your risk of heart attacks, strokes, and lung diseases like emphysema and chronic bronchitis. There is simply no safe amount of smoking. Then vaping came along and it was marketed as a safer alternative. A lot of people, especially young people, got hooked. But we're now learning that safer does not mean safe, not even close. The aerosols in e-cigarettes contain harmful chemicals, including nicotine, which is highly addictive, heavy metals like lead, and other cancer-causing agents. We're already seeing a rise in lung injuries and other health problems linked directly to vaping. We're just at the beginning of understanding the long-term consequences, and honestly, it doesn't look good. Quitting smoking or vaping is one of the absolute best things you can do for your health, and the benefits start almost immediately. Within minutes, your heart rate and blood pressure start to drop. Within a few months, your lung function begins to improve. Over years, your risk of cancer and heart disease plummets. It is incredibly difficult to quit, I know that. Nicotine addiction is powerful. But there are so many resources out there to help you. Talk to your doctor, look for support groups, use nicotine replacement therapies. It's a tough battle, but it's a battle for your life. It is absolutely worth fighting. Here's a habit that's deeply ingrained in our culture. Happy hour after work, a glass of wine with dinner, a few beers while watching the game. I'm talking about excessive alcohol consumption, and excessive might be less than you think. We often hear that a little bit of red wine is good for the heart, and we cling to that. But the truth is, the line between moderate and harmful is very, very thin, and many of us cross it without realizing it. That nightly glass of wine can easily become 2 or 3. And that's when the hidden dangers start to add up. Alcohol is a toxin. Your liver has to work overtime to process it, and chronic heavy drinking can lead to serious liver damage, including fatty liver, hepatitis, and cirrhosis. It can also increase your blood pressure, damage your heart muscle, and increase your risk for several types of cancer. And let's not forget the empty calories. Alcohol can contribute to weight gain and derail your fitness goals. It also disrupts your sleep. You might fall asleep faster, but the quality of your sleep is terrible, leaving you tired and groggy the next day. And what about your brain? Alcohol is a depressant. While it might feel like it's relieving stress in the short term, regular use can actually worsen anxiety and depression. It can impair your judgment, lower your inhibitions, and lead to decisions you regret. I'm not saying you can never have a drink again, but it's about being mindful and honest with yourself about how much you're drinking and why. Try having alcohol-free days during the week. Find other ways to unwind and socialize that don't revolve around booze. Your liver, your heart, and your mind will be grateful. This one goes hand in hand with our chapters on sitting and screen time. It's the flip side of the coin, not exercising regularly. Our bodies are incredible machines, but they are machines designed for movement. When we don't move them, they start to break down, they rust, they get creaky. A lack of physical activity is a major risk factor for so many chronic diseases. We're talking heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers, and obesity. It's a huge deal. Your heart is a muscle, and just like any other muscle, it needs to be worked to stay strong. But the benefits of exercise go way beyond disease prevention. It's one of the most powerful mood boosters on the planet. Feeling stressed? Go for a walk. Feeling anxious? Go for a run. Feeling down? Lift some weights. Exercise releases endorphins, which are your body's natural feel-good chemicals. It's like a free, all-natural antidepressant with 0 negative side effects. It can also improve your sleep quality, boost your energy levels during the day, and sharpen your focus and memory. It's a true magic bullet for both physical and mental health. I know what you're thinking. I don't have time, the gym is intimidating, I hate running, I hear you. But exercise doesn't have to mean spending 2 hours at a hardcore gym every day. The key is to find something you actually enjoy. It could be dancing in your living room, hiking in a park, joining a recreational sports league, taking a yoga class online, or just going for a brisk 30-minute walk on your lunch break. Start small. The goal is consistency, not intensity. Just get your body moving in some way every day. Your future self will be so glad you did. Okay, check yourself right now. How are you sitting or standing? Are your shoulders slumped forward? Is your head jutting out like a turtle? Is your back curved like a question mark? I'm guilty of this, especially when I'm on my phone. I'm talking about poor posture. This habit seems so minor, so aesthetic, but it can have some seriously painful consequences down the road. It's not just about looking confident and taller, though it does help with that. It's about the physical stress you're putting on your body every single day. When you slouch, you're putting your spine out of its natural alignment. This puts a ton of extra strain on your muscles, ligaments, and discs. Think about holding a bowling ball. It's much easier to hold it close to your body than with your arm outstretched, right? When your head juts forward, your neck and upper back muscles have to work so much harder to hold it up. This can lead to chronic neck pain, shoulder pain, back pain, and frequent tension headaches. It's a constant low-level strain that your body has to fight against, and it gets worse. Poor posture can actually affect other body systems. It can compress your lungs, reducing your lung capacity, and making it harder to breathe deeply. It can also impact your digestion by compressing your abdominal organs. So, how do we fix the slump? Awareness is the first step. Regularly check in with yourself. Pull your shoulders back and down. Engage your core muscles. Imagine a string pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Strengthening your core and back muscles through exercises like planks and rows can also make a huge difference. Sit up straight, your spine will thank you. This is a habit born out of fear, or busyness, or just feeling like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm talking about ignoring regular checkups with your doctor or dentist. So many of us only go to the doctor when we're already sick. We wait until the problem is screaming at us before we do anything about it. But that's like only calling the fire department when your whole house is already engulfed in flames. The whole point of preventative medicine is to catch the small sparks before they become a wildfire. Regular checkups are your body's version of a routine inspection and oil change. They allow a professional to look under the hood and spot potential issues early. Think about things like high blood pressure or high cholesterol. They often have no symptoms in the early stages. You can feel totally fine while these silent killers are doing damage to your body. A simple blood pressure reading or blood test can catch these things years before they become a life-threatening problem, giving you a chance to make lifestyle changes or start treatment. The same goes for cancer screenings, dental cleanings, and eye exams. These appointments aren't just for when something hurts. They are for prevention. They establish a baseline for your health, so your doctor can notice if something changes over time. I know it can be a hassle to schedule appointments, and sometimes we're scared of what they might find. But ignorance is not bliss when it comes to your health. Knowledge is power, so make those appointments. Be proactive, not reactive. It's one of the most responsible and loving things you can do for yourself and your family. We live in a world that glorifies being busy. We wear our exhaustion like a badge of honor. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. I'm so swamped. We're talking about the habit of overworking. Whether it's driven by ambition, financial pressure, or just the inability to say no, constantly being in work mode is a fast track to burnout. And burnout isn't just feeling a little tired, it's a state of complete physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion. It's when your internal battery is so drained that it just won't hold a charge anymore. When you're chronically overworked, you're in a constant state of stress. This brings us back to our old friend cortisol. That stress hormone is flowing freely, leading to all those wonderful side effects we've already talked about: sleep problems, a weak immune system, high blood pressure, and anxiety. You neglect other parts of your life, your health, your relationships, your hobbies. Your work-life balance becomes a work-life landslide, with work crushing everything else in its path. You lose your creativity and your passion for what you do. The antidote to overworking isn't laziness, it's setting boundaries. It's learning to say no. It's understanding that rest is not a weakness, it is a vital part of being productive and successful. You have to schedule downtime just as seriously as you schedule meetings. Take your full lunch break. Use your vacation days, all of them. Disconnect from work emails and notifications after hours. Your work is a part of your life, it is not your whole life. You need to recharge to be at your best, both professionally and personally. Don't just work hard, rest hard too. This is a habit that so many of us are guilty of, especially on cloudy days or during the winter. We think, the sun's not out, I don't need it. I'm talking about not wearing sunscreen. We think of sunscreen as something for a beach day, not for a Tuesday trip to the grocery store. But the truth is, the sun's harmful ultraviolet or UV rays are out every single day, rain or shine, summer or winter. And that daily incidental sun exposure adds up over a lifetime. UV radiation is the #1 cause of skin cancer, including the most dangerous form, melanoma. That alone should be enough to make us take it seriously. Every time you get a sunburn, you are literally damaging the DNA in your skin cells, which increases your risk of cancer. But even if you don't burn, the sun is still doing damage. It's the primary cause of premature aging. It breaks down the collagen and elastin in your skin, leading to wrinkles, fine lines, sagging, and dark spots. So if you want to keep your skin looking youthful, sunscreen is your best friend. Making sunscreen a daily habit is one of the easiest and most effective anti-aging and health-promoting things you can do. Find a broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher that you like the feel of and apply it to your face, neck, and any other exposed skin every single morning. Make it the last step of your morning skincare routine right before you walk out the door. It takes 30 seconds. Think of it like brushing your teeth. It's just a non-negotiable part of your daily hygiene that protects you for years to come. Have you ever been asked, "How are you?" and you just automatically say, "Fine," even when you're anything but? You're stressed, you're sad, you're angry, but you just push it all down. This is the habit of bottling up your emotions. We do it for a lot of reasons. We don't want to be a burden, we don't want to seem weak, or we just don't know how to express what we're feeling. So, we put a lid on it and hope it goes away. But emotions don't just disappear, they build up pressure like steam in a pressure cooker. When you constantly suppress your feelings, especially negative ones like anger or sadness, it takes a huge toll on your mental health. It can be a major contributor to anxiety and depression. You're spending so much energy holding everything in that you have no energy left for anything else. It can also make you feel very isolated and disconnected from other people, because you're not letting anyone see the real you. Healthy relationships are built on vulnerability and authentic connection, and you can't have that if you're always wearing a mask. And just like with stress, that emotional turmoil manifests physically. Unexpressed emotions can lead to tension headaches, digestive problems, high blood pressure, and even a weakened immune system. That pressure has to go somewhere. The solution is to find healthy ways to let the steam out. Talk to a trusted friend or a therapist. Write your feelings down in a journal. Sometimes just getting it out on paper is a huge relief. Find physical outlets like punching a pillow, going for a hard run, or having a good cry. Your emotions are valid, they are signals. Listen to them, don't just silence them. Okay, picture this. Lunch break, you have 15 minutes, and you inhale your food without even tasting it. Or you're eating dinner in front of the TV, and suddenly you look down and your plate is empty, and you barely remember eating it. This is the habit of eating too fast. In our fast-paced world, we often treat eating like another task to be checked off the list as quickly as possible. But gobbling down your food is a form of self-harm that can really mess with your body, especially your digestion and your weight. Your digestive process starts in your mouth. Chewing your food properly breaks it down and mixes it with saliva, which contains enzymes that start digestion. When you eat too fast, you don't chew enough, so you're sending big chunks of food down to your stomach, forcing it to work much harder. This can lead to indigestion, bloating, gas, and discomfort. It's like asking your stomach to do a job that your teeth were supposed to do. It's not fair to your stomach, it's got enough to deal with. Furthermore, it takes about 20 minutes for your stomach to send the signal to your brain that it's full. When you eat too fast, you can easily blow past that signal and consume way more calories than you actually need before your brain gets the message. This is a major contributor to overeating and weight gain. The fix is simple, but it takes practice. Slow down. Put your fork down between bites. Chew each mouthful thoroughly. Savor the flavors and textures of your food. Turn off the TV and pay attention to your meal. You'll enjoy your food more, feel better afterward, and give your brain a chance to catch up with your stomach. We all love to get lost in our favorite music, podcast, or audiobook. We pop in our earbuds or put on our headphones to block out the world, and just create our own little sound bubble. I get it, I do it all the time on the subway. But there's a hidden danger in this daily habit. Using headphones at high volume, we crank it up to drown out the noise of the city, the gym, or the office. But what we're really drowning out is our future ability to hear. This is a huge and often irreversible form of self-harm. Inside your ears are thousands of tiny, delicate hair cells. These cells are responsible for converting sound vibrations into electrical signals that your brain interprets as sound. Listening to loud music, especially for prolonged periods, is like creating a hurricane inside your ear. The intense vibrations can damage or destroy these fragile hair cells. And here's the really scary part. Once they're gone, they do not grow back. Ever. This leads to noise-induced hearing loss, which is permanent. It can also cause tinnitus, that persistent ringing or buzzing in your ears that can be incredibly maddening. So how loud is too loud? A good rule of thumb is the 60-60 rule. Listen at no more than 60% of your device's maximum volume for no more than 60 minutes at a time. Then give your ears a rest. If the person next to you can hear what you're listening to through your headphones, it is way too loud. Invest in noise-canceling headphones if you can. They allow you to listen at a lower, safer volume because they block out the ambient noise. You only get one set of ears. Protect them. You'll want to be able to hear your favorite songs when you're 80. Alright, let's be honest. When you're exhausted at the end of a long day, sometimes the last thing you want to do is go through the whole routine of brushing and flossing. It's easy to skip it just this once. But when just this once becomes a habit, you're setting yourself up for some serious problems. I'm talking about neglecting your dental hygiene. We tend to think of our oral health as being separate from the rest of our body, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Your mouth is the gateway to your entire system. When you don't brush and floss regularly, plaque builds up on your teeth. Plaque is a sticky film of bacteria. This bacteria can cause cavities and gum disease, also known as gingivitis. If left untreated, gingivitis can progress to a more serious condition called periodontitis, which can destroy the bone that supports your teeth, leading to tooth loss. That's bad enough, right? But the problems don't stop in your mouth. The inflammation and bacteria from gum disease can get into your bloodstream and travel throughout your body. This is where it gets really serious. Poor oral health has been linked to a whole range of systemic health issues, including heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and even respiratory infections. The bacteria from your mouth can contribute to inflammation and blockages in your arteries. It's wild to think that not flossing could contribute to a heart attack, but the science shows a clear connection. So, that 2 minutes of brushing twice a day and that minute of flossing is an incredibly high return investment in your overall long-term health. Don't disregard your dental duties. Last but not least, let's talk about a habit that we often think of as a skill, a badge of productivity. I'm talking about constantly multitasking. Answering emails while you're on a conference call, texting while you're watching a movie, scrolling social media while you're listening to your partner. We think we're being super efficient, getting 2 things done at once. But the truth is, the human brain is terrible at multitasking. What we're actually doing is rapidly switching our attention back and forth between tasks. This constant task switching is exhausting for your brain. It burns through energy and can leave you feeling scattered, frazzled, and less productive than if you had just focused on one thing at a time. Studies show that multitasking can lower your IQ temporarily and lead to more mistakes. You're not giving either task your full attention, so the quality of your work on both tasks suffers. It's like trying to have 2 conversations at once. You end up missing important details from both. It's a recipe for half-hearted work and miscommunication. Beyond just productivity, this habit can significantly increase your stress levels. That feeling of being pulled in a million different directions is a major source of anxiety. It puts your brain in a state of high alert, and over time, that contributes to chronic stress and burnout. The solution is to embrace monotasking, or single tasking. When you're working on a report, close your email and put your phone on silent. When you're talking to a loved one, put your device down and give them your full attention. You'll do better work, feel less stressed, and build stronger connections. The myth of multitasking is just that, a myth. And that's a wrap. Wow, 20 habits. Some of those really hit home for me. How about you? The good news is, now we know. And like we always say here at No More, knowing is the first step to doing better. It's not about being perfect overnight. It's about making small, positive changes that add up. This is what our channel, No More Daily, is all about. We're not here to just throw facts at you. We're here to build a community of people who are all trying to be a little bit better, a little bit healthier, and a little bit happier every single day. That's why this community is so special. We're all in this together, learning and growing. And to say thank you for being a part of it, we're giving away incredible prizes. Seriously, amazing stuff. All you have to do to be in the running is to be a subscriber to No More Daily. That's it. Click that red button, join the family, and you're automatically entered for a chance to win. It's our way of making this journey of self-improvement even more fun and rewarding. Who doesn't love winning free stuff while also improving their life? It's a win-win. So, please, if you haven't already, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. We have so much more great content coming your way. Leave a comment below and let me know which of these habits you're going to work on first. Thank you so much for watching, for learning, and for being part of the best community on YouTube. Stay curious, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.